be done by w7m here as they haven't opened up any of these walls. They have that top floor control, but there's no verticality truly yet. If it isn't for Box now trying to open up a little bit, instantly replied to with a C4 that won't catch him, but MnM definitely ready to fight back as JB92 looking to go for an entry, as there's actually two on either side.
Solotov's able to just get one back, and there's Usus over the top with Felipox. Able to swing some control, but 15 seconds. Nade is on the other side, trying to get the kit down in the meantime. MnM's too focused on the single fight. Nade has to pull himself back up, goes down behind the mining equipment on the far end. The two remaining players, Usus and Solotov, they swing for the first. And MnM take their first round. Some would say that's the roughest to take when it's your first time on a major stage.
He'll give away some spots, and that's going to be the entry kill from JB92, who's ready to go for one, but Solotov ready for the return.
Naif is able to get another for his tally as Herds is sort of sat waiting, hoping for an opportunity
to sneak in. Having the opportunity to maybe make a play happen here as they manage to get the diffuser in as well. The plant is going to be attempted here. Are they aware on the side of MnM? Well, they're definitely rotating around. Are they in time though? That does seem to be a no, but can they go for the retake instead?
Usus onto one, Nello's got the fight on the other, but they've got to move quick. They're slipped around the single down player. They've gone for the Pistolas, and it's a 2 versus 1. One's holding the door, one's holding the kit. Will he hold F long enough? No! Naif with the swing, and there's the UK section. Big bit of pressure over, force the players out of Bakery, back into the side. The Ossa is ready to roll that Talon shield around the corner. The Selma's opening up. Naif goes big, but traded out. Can't be too monumental. Usus is, though. The swing of the Vector, and the double down with the pistol. KZ stems the blood and finds more of his own. 2 versus 2, pops out the cams and bites.
Trying to move through. Are they aware on the side of MnM? That's that big question. He's creeping closer and closer. The crossfire was there, but it failed, and it is going to be w7m that locks out the round and finds himself with the first on the board. Overstep, the smokes are starting to come through, and that should be the call to try and make this plant stick. There is going to be cover out there, but a C4 will find him, and that means Nate now needs to go aggressive, as it is Usus to reply as well.
Nade, he wants to stick the kit, but he's not quite confident enough. Herds, he's in a position to try and watch it with some support. He looks away at the worst possible moment, but Nade pops off! The double onto the pressure. There's one more for Herds, and suddenly, a 4 versus 2 is entirely turned on the head. Solotov, the man who's claimed rounds by himself, ekes his way through, but w7m get their second round.
All he needs to do is sit quiet, sit silent. 40 seconds counting down, 2 players up the top, 2 get taken down by Solotov. It's only up to KZ now in a 1v4. He's on the door of breathing, needs to move through, takes a small amount of damage on the top. In the meantime, they're rotating around for him as well. It is going to be Usus with the shotgun in the end.
They were all around by the end. They were ready and waiting for it.
Just slightly because 40 seconds are left on the clock. That means w7m, they need to go for a push right now. Tyrant strikes back for the first, but he's about to be struck from the back himself. If it's for actually Tyrant to go for a trade kill, I believe.
Herds, does he know about the player in coat check? He slips on by as Naif just waits. There's the bulletproof, giving him the read to his right-hand side. He's ready to go for the fight as soon as able. There's the hot pings, there's the motion, but he needs to time this perfectly. There's the first that just misses the second. The pressure's onto Freezer in the same second as they set up the Talon shield, but look at the timer, 10 seconds, and they got to try and get this kill on the chassis first with no support structure. It's an engagement, he wins out. He's looking for the next, and it's Naif on the back end. Herds holding all the cover here, and they're out of time. They've just got to stick the kit. Dropped on the swing, a 2 versus 1 post plant. It's a 1 versus 1 fight. There it is! The final step is for Naif. And the first half is a 4-2.
Or the White Stairs router will drop down to Freezer. That might be beneficial. The trade kill comes through. 3v4, they seem to have been aware. Shut him down, but not without loss. And MnM right now are a man down as they still need to approach the kitchen itself. There is some slight dents made into the setup. Okay, he's taking out Solotov. It's not going to be the best of starts, especially if another one falls by the hands of Nade. It's only up to Tyrant, and he doesn't get far either. w7m start closing the gap, 4-3. They're looking to chase down. Herds from above, though, is going to be able to provide some security. Finds Usus. Nello coming in next from the same doorway. Surely cannot go for success as well.
There it is. One bit back, but look, 30 seconds. How can they try and make this work here? They don't have the vertical control. They don't have the confidence to go for the hold here. It's a swing right into the smoke. The players are still, as I said, able to slip their way across. They're going to have to just charge up, get caught out, though, in the mess in the mix. And w7m, once again, pull themselves level. Inside the Jaeger. And they're holding on to the best of their ability.
Crazy going aggressive here, gets the pre-fire, actually does not connect. Solotov instead finds the kill. The second attempt on Philipox, hoping to find a reply, will finally do that. The diffuser gets dropped, but instantly he drops himself as well. Nade now hidden in the corner, gets shut down by Solotov and MnM. They stay or retake their lead. Used as well to find a player down on the side, but nothing connects to him. The beam absorbs all the bullets, and Solotov is left without anything for that shot.
Rotate round on the back. They're able to catch the hatch drop itself. There's a second player, and they don't quite get that one, though. Solotov has to make the motion onto the site. There it is. Tyrant gets the down inside. They force the player off on the rotate. There's Herds to actually lock it off for technical 1 versus 1. They're trying to find the fight with the pistol. Swing the corner, no! w7m keep us level 5 apiece.
Now allowing MnM to start pushing around to manage to take out Herds in a future couple of seconds.
Oh! Fantastic shot there from Herds. And there it is. It's a risky fight either way. They're putting pressure from above, but it's more time being wasted. Finally wasted out. Philipox wanted to offer some support. I mean, if they could have turned it, no real point.
Drones are starting to come through just to find one final bit of information.
The timer is low. And as we start to hear those dangerous pulses, Tyrant tries to push their way through, takes a bit of damage, pulls back, pulled off. They've thrown themselves into the opposite end. Philipox goes down. There's the second pickup.
Stick MnM, you need to make it stick now.
KZ with a long arm rifle and a long arm range here. And look at, once again, the time. Nade gets Nafe. 4 versus 3, looks away at the worst time. The call comes through and JV92 has it cool. There's one more. Tyrant with 4 players to get through. Can't see any. We will go to OT on our first map. As Nello is the one maneuvering the kit, just misses another little gift, another little opportunity. There it is, cut across the top. There is a fight that's about to happen, but with 20 seconds left, stuff has got to happen quick. KZ, he roots his way through. He's somehow able to win it out. Takes the vertical from users. 14 seconds now, and MnM with the kit up top and with players dying below. Nello, you got to put a shifty on, mate. 7 seconds, the drop on the hatch is caught by a shotgun. And they read the first fight round, but this time, the literature was in Portuguese.
Just a little bit, but 50 seconds left, Emmy. Flashbangs are starting to go through. It is going to be w7m trying to go for an execute here.
Look at this difference in how they catch them. It's Tyrant trying to swing his way up the stairs, but for what was a repel game is an internal one here. Nafe gets 1. In the meantime, Users gets 2. There's the 3rd! And they cannot get the diffuser down, but they don't need to! Almost bit back by MnM, but it's w7m that are the ones able to just about close out their map pick and angle up towards border as the second. Get locked off as the response. They've had to pull the Ossa far away, and they're kind of re-evaluating the take here, going for the long-range fight. Nade finds Nafe in the meantime, and there's the quick fight back. Solotov. The Doctor is in, gets himself back to full health, and Herds gets himself back down here towards 90. Wants to swing onto Beeper's wall, cannot see any of it, because Tyrant swings out wide. Philipox, he's trying to get inside the door, gets 1. Solotov gets 1 right back, and MnM open up with the defense.
Nave has not been spotted though, and he's still hiding around in the tower, so if they do go a bit too aggressive out there, they might be able to find him as he just finds 1. Philipox trying to go for at least something over the top floor. Nade out there inside the bathroom, won't connect either, and it's just scrappy gunfights all over the place.
I mean, top to bottom, the worlds are being rocked. Philipox is Nello. No. Nello taken off with the swing round, but a lot of time wasted. Oh, Nave! No!
Time said it!
Nave hiding in plain sight, and the sight is theirs. 2 rounds in a row for MnM. Oh, Tyrant. He's got a read. He's gone for the... There's 1! He confirmed the kill. He didn't swing up to the second, but there is somebody coming in for the pressure underneath. The P90, it's very powerful at this range, and they're well aware. The rotate over the top is Tyrants to take. But he's taken off the board. KZ and Herds have defined games before, and they have not been able to get into this. Solotov as well. And MnM.
He's looking to isolate angle. Spots one. And gets shut down by Solotov. 3-0 to MnM.
Reach Nello once again in a dangerous position here. Hoping to get a strike through, but it's Nade that instead takes care of users on the back end. 50 seconds. W7m is making sure that they keep the pressure on and across. There's the spray through, and Solotov for his second preps the run and the hop out. KZ stepping up, stacking up. Does he know about Nello, who's in maybe once again still the most dangerous place? Oh, I don't think he does. KZ gets dropped and dropped further, but there's JV92 with a quick response of 2 versus 2, 20 seconds. And the pressure of the darts over on the side. Nade, he wants to swing into the fight, and he finds the first. It's Nade first the world right now. There's the first engagement. He tucks for the second and gets himself into box. 14 seconds, Nade. He's gonna go for the plant once again. There's the read on the bulletproof, the motion and the spray through. He doesn't go for the bait. He goes for the... Oh! Hold your arms up and play to the crowd. 4 rounds in a row. Do a little bit of damage to that statistic.
KZ jumping in. It's going to be challenged. Solotov will find him. Shuts him down. So does Tyrant. 2 players left in W7m. Control.
At this point, they don't have the player inside the bathroom, but they might be able to win it out and put themselves even half. It's Nave trying to find the engagement, but with the support of Nello and Tyrant getting one more, he's far from alone. 5 rounds in a row for MnM. Take an opportunity.
What are they going to do? Yeah, for sure. But a mirror win already taken out, or that comes through. Garrett 92 gets punished by Tyrant for a second, no! And he gets shut down from the opposite balcony, so one-on-one trade this time. Maybe a bit too greedy.
Sent him home 0-5 on this, but you know, it's a great gun close range. It's a tricky gun a little bit more. Solotov, he's angling for an engagement, but he cannot win it out. Herds finally finds his first kill for this half now, and a breath of relief. They have the man advantage too, something that has not really been theirs, but not for very long. Nave does the final end underneath, and now they have the vertical control. He's playing this gamble. Does he want to try and loop the C4 up under, or does he want to see if he can get the player hoping for the fight above the hatch itself? They've got to take it. At some point, they take it very clean. Nello, 1 versus 3 situation. Cannot find anything. W7m, they get a round from their half, but outside of that, even using their timeout, all they have ahead of them now is the hope of playing the rest of them successfully.
Phone calls are coming off. That's usually a call for at least a push to be made, and you see some of the blue outlines making their way over towards the armory, as Nello will find the very first onto the side directly.
Users gets one more, and Nello's going to see if he can stick the kid in the meantime. Solotov goes deep, gets dropped. Nello has to pull himself off because Philippox has the kill onto Nade. The C4 gets one. It's a 1 versus 1. Nello versus Nade, the player who's been able to find himself in these clutches engagements before, lost the previous 1 versus 1. Nello goes for the plant. He's going to see if he can stick it this time. The swing's going to come around onto the back. He's up just in time. They're spraying through the soft. Not much health, and it's Nade! To win it out. Takes a moment. Lost the 1 versus 1 last time. Make sure he doesn't lose it this.
They just step back out. Philippox, the next one in line to take a fight. Is there a drone to feed information to the rest of MnM? It doesn't seem to be the case, as Nade finds Nade.
There's Nello and Tyrant getting one apiece elsewhere, though. The response to Nade up top and the swing down to Philippox below. 3 versus 2. KZ is about to be in an engagement himself. Whether they know about it, Usus, he's tucked with the SMG. He is a good Dyer. Oh, but the only one to Dyer is KZ. Execute on the go.
Can he do it? Herds to make sure they maintain that buffer. No, Nello finds him. And MnM, they are on that point. Out of position, so you can catch them if they move. And Solotov might be doing exactly that.
That was hilariously timed, but that was not what killed him. It was the cap can. on the walk through the door itself.
Sun comes in, and that means there's no one really left up on the top they need to worry about. It's now just going to be users dropping into the side that gets caught off, and Nello alone in a 1v4, needing to clutch it to secure the map and push them to a map number 3. KZ gives away his position, and he will be found. 35 seconds left on the clock for Nello to try and make this work.
Catch on the camera, but the player's ready to swing out. They've got themselves 2 angles set up. Not a lot of bullets in that gun. None of them will make the impact that they could have. I was a bit worried there.
I was a bit worried as well, because I saw Nave walking through with a grenade about to be tossed, but they put back in. It's going to be close. That bounce.
There's the first. Nave gets the camera out second. There's Nello re-picking up the kit. There's the fight inside CC for Solotov. A 5 versus 3, and there's that pair once again off for a door, because we have control underneath. They have eyes. They're trying to bait the swing. Nello, don't go too deep. There's one more for users. Nave's going for the stick on the back end. Nello has become a door, forcing a route round the post block, and it is flawless. MnM take their first map ever on a major stage in front of a crowd, and one more separates them from knocking out the SI Grand Finalists of w7m. They kept on popping up in these dangerous places, and as the rest of the site was being held down by the cool calm that was down there, Solotov might be the one that slips his way through, finds the first fight. He's gonna get swung from red. Does he know? No, he gets further than he thought. Bit of damage, there's the end of it. And there is KZ with one more. Users moving around to the back. Philippox stops the rest of the push. MnM, they tried to throw everything in behind the wake there, and unfortunately, punished.
There's definitely a bit more pace there from the side of MnM. Hurts coming around the corner will find Nave. He's shut down by Nello, but he's going to be on 1 HP now to try and look off the round. He's not gifted any. KZ shuts him down, and w7m very comfortable on this first round here.
You know, you're probably not going to be able to play against it too aggressively, but there, second pop, you've got the worry on the other side on the split. Solotov, does he know about the player? No. It's seemingly turning into a repeated question here. KZ is tucked in a good place. They've been able to impact, stop the breach coming through cleanly. Nello wants the fight across the long range. But now, with only 30 seconds left, and with what is just pieces of the wall removed, they're about to find the pressure round onto Astro itself. Nello goes and gets caught instantly by JV92 watching the long range. Philippox does get one, but w7m, I was going to say the trade out. Right there's the take. Stolen Twitch drone. The worst kind of crime. And that is giving them a lot of a read here. Use that to get rid of risky utility. Hertz gets rid of Nafe. There's KZ getting users. And this has been a hefty shutout here. Tyrant, the only thing stopping a flawless round, but he's now got to go flawless himself to claim the round. Cannot! w7m get their 3rd defense on Villa.
To fight back at you without you knowing. Through the drone, KZ. There's no more lying now, so that is off the board.
They're trying to get themselves stuck just behind the vault door itself and go for the plant, but that smoke canister is perfectly played. 20 seconds, and that is a huge risk now for the fight. Nafe holding onto the door, but they don't have control of the main stairs itself, and now as another throw through gets thrown across the board, you're still looking at coverage of smoke. What are you going to do here, MnM? Unfortunately lose the first engagement. Users picks up the kit, goes for the plant in the same position. There's a watch, looks away at the worst time, a 1 versus 3, cannot find it. w7m get their 4th round in a row. Engagement. Instead, the Flores drone getting some important work done first.
Drop the bomb diffuser.
Sir Laser Gate activated again. Hurts find Nafe as well. That's a 2nd to be found by KZ, and now MnM, they have 3 players left. And E1D will pop to try and at least make something happen, but Philippox is waiting in the corner, gets droned out, but manages to rotate around just in time. Solotov misses the opportunity to punish him for it. What? Turns around at the right timing. Kills another member. There's 2 left standing. Uses goes aggressive and will find 1. But they still need to find 4 more. Nitro will find him instead. Nello, the last man standing, gets the player behind the mirror window. He gets flanked from the back. KZ shuts him down, and w7m 5 rounds that they have managed to find in a row on this side of Villa.
Pulse has the read right back. 3 bodies, 3 calls, C4
Oh.
the door, and it's timed to take care of Nafe. Baits for the second engagement. It's suddenly a trade out inside. A 3 versus 3 as Solotov, the Nook, has found some success. The kit and the plant is currently out of pocket and out of hand. There's Tyrant round the back. There's 1, there's 2! Tyrant with a massive moment here. There's Herds. Is everything to try and stop MnM getting a single round. Sees the first pickup. The kit is back in their hands. 1:30. They can move it towards a slightly different plant spot. And, well, they don't have the ability to get that as a quick drop. The drop is the hatch itself. Around the other side of a soft, a lot of noise being made. The swing and the take on Solotov. It's pinpoint, but in a post plant. They're going to rotate. They're going to pull themselves slightly further back. A 2 versus 1 for MnM to have a chance at a single round. Herds cannot hold it. And MnM have a lifeline. Structure. With JV92 watching onto the window, I'm not sure if the gun vault itself is open. You can see a quick change of hands of pace. The pressure over onto the top, the flashes, and nothing else on it. The kit is out the window. So is JV92. All down to Herds now with 15 seconds and nothing in his pocket. I think it's fair to say MnM, well, they're able to get their first defending round without the C4 or potentially one of those 2 impacts round onto the side of it. Herds is watching the rotate and Solotov is knocked right out of it. You can hear the plant going down. I'm assuming behind, just there, tucked onto the side with the Talon shield right next to it. Probably, there it is. Oh, there's the catch, a little too late. There's 1 right back, JV92 gets Nafe. Suddenly everyone's at the races. The fight over the top is a very important one, and it's one that JV92 wins out against 2 users. He's going for the fight, can it be 3? Nello's on the defuse, Nello's on the watch. He's concerned with a close swing, can't get the netted kill. Gets the shotgun follow-up, a 2 versus 1. He's holding on to as best as he can, has to come off. And he cannot do more than that. 6-2. Candelas are on the board. The concern is they can move quick, and Usus is gonna have to be the one that stops the fight. Oh. There's a rotate. They still have no idea. KZ removes Nafe, gets a second. Tyrant stops him. A tragic moment covered by the audio. Usus holds on to the back end. The 3 versus 3 out of nowhere.
Nello close, gets pretty far, but he still finds the kill into Herds. He's down below. Tyrant drops. A 2-on-2. It's do or die for MnM. Usus takes so much damage, but he lives just barely as it rotates back around towards the sights.
Filipok's on the hunt. They're not aware. There's the strike, and Nello, famed for a clip of a clutch, can't double it down. And w7m take their map and progress on. And I think people always expected them to be one of those teams that's on our final, if not fighting towards it. But MnM made them fight exceptionally hard today.